Hello, Leah Brathwaite here, coming to you from my car. And I wanted to record this while I have all of this energy moving through me, because right now I feel the most alive than I have in the last 3 weeks or so. And I want to share with you why. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about how I live my life, how I move through the world, and why I'm able to access this type of energy and this type of feeling and move with the energy of it, and why I can trust it. So I have been, for the past 8 years, have been moving through the world in a different way. Some of you have heard my story through podcasts, or if you've read my book, or if you've followed my social media account, you've seen that I've gone through many iterations of life, many changes, many versions of myself. And it all started when I was around 30 years old, and I started to ask bigger questions, wonder if there's more out there in life for me, and that sort of thing, and just seeing what was possible for my life, realizing that I had been living in these really limited confines and wanting to move out of them, or wanting to explore outside of them. And with that came a lot of change in my life. So I went through the end of a marriage. I left a religious community that I was raised in. I left my career for other reasons, and really started to create a life that felt super aligned with my truth, that felt really inspiring and open and expansive, because I realized that's the whole point. I was moving towards more life moving through me by exploring what was possible for me. And it has led me to paths and to crossroads that I would never imagine coming to. And when I chose to lean into love, when I chose to lean into courage, when I chose to lean into truth in those instances, it opened up an incredible pathway beyond my wildest dreams. And it brought me to where I am here today, living in my dream city with an incredible community surrounding me, with work that I feel really passionate about, living in my purpose and feeling really fulfilled and free in my life. And once again, it has brought me to one of those crossroads, to one of those thresholds where I have the opportunity to continue to do the thing that makes sense, that I know how to do, or to move into more life, to lean into courage, to lean into truth, to lean into expansion in a new way. And everything that I teach is based on me living through it. So I will never share something that I haven't experienced myself. I will never tell you to do something that I haven't myself done. And in this moment, I am in a crossroad, a transition, where I would normally keep this quiet to myself and go through the process and then report back what I learned. But I want to share this because I think it's really important. And I also believe and feel deeply that it's part of me expressing my truth that is an important aspect of this next level, this next expansion. So as you have probably seen on my social media, I have been promoting the Live Free Lifestyle 2.0, which is my signature program, which is really a culmination of all of the work that I've done to be able to listen deeply to my intuition, to be able to follow my soul, even when it feels like it's leading me on a detour, to then move into expansion and like some of my wildest dreams coming to fruition and reality right in front of my eyes in a really short amount of time. So the Live Free Lifestyle is emotional intelligence, it's intuitive training, it is mindset reprogramming, it is physical embodiment, it's nervous system regulation. It's all of these incredible things, and I'm so proud of this program and so excited to bring it out into the world. And in this moment, the truth is there is something else that wants to come through before this next iteration of the Live Free Lifestyle. And my mind is telling me to go ahead with it anyways, just do it anyways. You've already been promoting it. You're in the middle of this launch. It's going to be starting soon. Just do the thing that you're supposed to do what you should do, because the normal thing to do would be to carry out this launch until the end. And my soul is calling for something more. There has been this sort of different type of energy behind this launch than any of them before. It has felt like I'm trying to move something forward that is asking me to be called back. So finally, I am listening to that. And as soon as I gave myself permission to allow my truth to be louder than my shoulds, more life started to flow through my body. More energy started to flow through my body. I felt more alive with the decision to pause this launch of the Live Free lifestyle and to allow what is trying to come through to come through. So this is an announcement that the Live Free Lifestyle 2.0 is pausing. It will be back at some point. I can't tell you when. It is not up to me sometimes. It is divine alignment of the universe and my own energy and the right people coming together. And right now, it feels like there is something more important that needs to come through. I don't have all of the details right now, but I am inviting you to stay tuned. And if you are interested in finding out what it is with me, then I invite you to send me a DM. I will send you the information when it's available. But what feels the truest and the realest for me right now is something else. I don't know if it's a masterclass on mind-body connection. I don't know if it's like emotional capacity to be able to trust yourself in these pivotal moments of change. But there is some type of energy that is moving through me in a different way than the way my mind is telling me it should be. So my mind is telling me you should just do the launch because that makes sense. You have like a plan, you've done it before, it's a repeatable thing. But this is not only an invitation for me to step deeper into my truth, but I'm inviting you as well to notice in your life where there's this mismatch of energy, where you're moving more out of an obligation or a should or a habitual way of moving through the world, and noticing that the life force energy that is moving through you feels a little bit stagnant, feels a little bit stuck, feels a little bit less fulfilling than you want it to. And it doesn't mean you have to completely stop and shift, but it is calling for an awareness. And the more that you fine tune your ability to tune into those whispers of your soul, the more you allow yourself to open up into the right path that you're meant to be following. So part of me is like, oh my God, don't share this. This is really vulnerable. You don't have all of the details yet. This feels like a messy middle. You're going through this weird thing. What are people going to think? And this other part of me is like, this is authenticity. This is truth. This is leading myself through my life in a way that feels good in my soul, in a way that feels aligned with my mission, in a way that feels aligned with my truth, and in a way that feels incredibly freeing. A way that is allowing me to be my most expressed self, to show up as a human, to allow divinity to move through me in the form of energy and inspiration, and to see what magic that creates. So here I am. Little plot twist for you. The Live Free Lifestyle 2.0 is on pause. There is something else super exciting coming through. I cannot wait to share it with you. I cannot wait to find out what it is. I have a feeling that it's going to be something to do with mind and body connection, something to do with increasing your capacity to hold change, to hold transition, and regulating your nervous system so that it doesn't feel like you're losing your mind. Because in the past, anytime I would come to these thresholds, there would be a massive breakdown. There would be shower crying. There would be all kinds of chaos that my mind would kick up for me. And I've gotten to a point now in my journey and gone through so many of these moments, these wild shifts, that I now recognize when I'm being guided divinely to a new path. And it no longer feels like lack and feeling like failure. It feels like success is right around the corner because the thing that I'm meant to be doing is calling me towards it. So it's an experiment. It's been how I've been living my life for the past 8 years or so. And I'm excited to invite you in on this journey and see where it goes. So if you are interested in finding out more, you can slide into my DMs. I will get your email address. We can keep in contact. I'll also be posting updates here on my social feed and my stories as well. Stay tuned to that. But I'm really excited to share with you what is coming next. I am sending you so much love, and I hope that you have a beautiful day and that you are well wherever you are on your journey. Mwah.